Welcome to Average Joe's. I know what you're thinking, nice balls. Thank you very much. We're not here for that today, that's a different video. Today what we're going to be looking at is this set of pool balls from Aramith. This is Aramith's Tournament Black set. I'm really keen to get stuck into these. Let's get them opened. So all important first impressions. So we've got an Aramith sticker, an Aramith booklet and a little promotional card for the Duramith. So first impressions are these colours look really nice and crisp. I wasn't sure whether I'd like the black rather than the more traditional white design, but actually it looks a lot better in person than it does in the photographs. So one of the first things that you'll notice is we have some deviations from the traditional pool ball colours. This is because this set is one of Aramith's TV sets, that is, it's a set that's designed to be used on televised pool matches. And what was found was traditionally the pool ball colours were a little bit too close together and it was hard to tell balls apart when you're looking at small balls on a television screen. So Aramith sat down and came up with the best colour combinations for live TV events. So we can see our number 4 and our number 12, which are traditionally purple, have been changed to a pink. And our 7 and 15 balls, which are traditionally a maroon colour, and now are kind of a light brown. The 6 and 14, traditionally a fairly dark green, have been changed to this kind of minty looking green. And probably the biggest change is the 5 and 13, which are normally orange, have been changed to this kind of light purple colour. Now straight out of the box you can see the traditional Aramith quality. These are absolutely gleaming, really nice and shiny. Our spotted cue ball here, which you're probably more used to seeing with red spots, has been created specifically for this set with black spots, and we have a small Aramith logo in between the spots on one side. And the consistency between the pairs of colours here is absolutely spot on. Struggling to see any differences in tone or shade between any of these, so consistency excellent. And although I'm desperate to get my balls out and start playing with them,
that's what he said,
unfortunately we need to do a little bit of technical stuff first, so we need to get these weighed and measured. So test number 1 for the Aramith tournament balls is weight. Now the WPA regulations state that pool balls should weigh between 5.5 and 6 ounces, and after weighing all of the Aramith balls on a calibrated scale, we found that every ball in this set easily hit those requirements. We found that these balls sat towards the upper end of the allowed weight, with all balls being in the 5.9 ounce range, with an average ball weight of 5.934 ounces. So for the lightest ball in the set, it was the number 15 ball and the cue ball, which had an identical weight of 5.925 ounces. And the heaviest was the 8 ball, which came in at 5.963 ounces. So, to summarise, all of the balls in this set easily met the WPA specifications, and this set had a variance of just 0.65% between the lightest and the heaviest balls in the set. Now, although this is an exceptional result on weight, this is exactly what we would expect for this set. You have to remember that this set is designed to be top of the range, and this set is designed for professional pool players and for tournament use. So at this level and this price, anything but an exceptional score would be completely unacceptable, and we do have to factor in the price when awarding a suitable score. So we have to remember that this is a $400 set of balls, and the results we're seeing are exactly what we would expect to see. But with that said, it's still an exceptional result and is a testament to the quality of Aramith's manufacturing and quality control. Therefore, we'll award 16 out of a possible 20 for weight. Next we're moving on to size, and we'll be measuring the balls using a calibrated micrometer. The WPA regulations state that balls should be 2 1/4 inch, which is 57.15 millimeters, with a permitted tolerance as shown here on screen. And once again, and as expected, we have a fantastic result on size across the set, with all of the balls easily hitting the WPA requirements. The smallest balls in our set were the number 3 and the 7, which had an identical size of 57.12 millimeters, and the largest was the number 2 ball at 57.18 millimeters. So that's a difference of just 0.06 millimeters between the largest and smallest balls in this set. So what do these results tell us? As expected, all of the balls in this set absolutely smashed it compared to the WPA specifications. There was a difference between the smallest and the largest balls of just 0.06 millimeters, which is amazingly close and makes for a really well matched overall set. But again, as with weight, when you're spending this much money on a top-end set of pool balls, we expect these kinds of results. And we do always have to factor in the value for money when awarding these scores, and at $400 a set, anything less than results along these lines would be completely unacceptable. So with all these factors taken into mind, we're happy to award the Tournament Blacks with a 16 out of 20 on size. So here at Average Joe's, every product that we review, we ensure gets at least 5 hours of solid use to enable us to bring you as fair a review as possible. Now, we've been playing around with the Aramith Tournament Black set for a solid week, so they've definitely had a lot more than 5 hours on the table. And what do we think?
I can't fart loud enough to express my opinion.
So it will likely come as no surprise to hear that these are an excellent set of balls that play extremely well. And rightfully so. You have to remember that these are the pinnacle of the Aramith pool ball collection, and these are used in professional tournaments by professional pool players all over the world. So yes, of course, they are excellent balls to play with.
All I have in this world is my balls and my word, and I don't break them for no one.
So with that aside, is there anything about these pool balls that we don't like? Now, I will say that these balls, they look a lot better in person than they do in the photographs, and indeed, more importantly, on video. In real life, as it were, they look really, really nice. They look classy, and that black accent to the balls adds a very kind of classy look. But it's definitely a design feature that you're going to either love or you're going to hate. And there's definitely a couple of drawbacks of having the black poles on the balls. The first one is it kind of seems to me, when you get the light reflected on the black poles of the balls, that the kind of tiniest little scratches and marks are far more visible than they would be if they were on white. It's kind of like having like a black car, if you like. Every little mark, every little scuff is visible when you shine it in the light. So when you've got kind of nice lighting over your pool table, you really can see every little kind of mark and every little swirl. It probably stands out more, I would say, than it would do if they were white. But then on the flip side of that, of course, if they were white, then they would show the chalk marks. Having a black pole like that actually hides the chalk marks, and of course that can be both a positive and very much a negative thing. So it's a positive thing that in so much as your balls will always look like they're fairly clean because you can't see any chalk marks on them at all. So from that perspective, it's definitely a bonus. But much more importantly is the negative effect that that could have. If you have chalk that's hidden by it being black rather than white, then what can happen is that when you knock the one ball against the other, obviously that could kick or cling, and that could throw off the direction of the ball. So you don't really want to have hidden chalk marks on the balls. So that's definitely a kind of a negative aspect of this. Now with that in mind, of course, you've still got things like the blue ball here, and that's going to hide chalk marks a lot more than the black. And you have to remember as well, with the black, it does show the chalk marks. The chalk marks are visible, it's blue on black. It's just not as immediately apparent as it is when it's on white. And the other potential negative about this set is going to be the colour scheme. I'm not talking about the black part, I'm talking about the coloration that's been used, particularly on the 5 ball and the 13 ball, which have been changed to this kind of lightish purple colour. Now it's important to note that this light purple only applies to the Tournament Black set. When you're looking at the Aramith balls, their tournament ball sets come in 3 different flavours. They do the standard tournament set, and they do a tournament TV, which does have some colour variations specifically for TV broadcasting, and then we have the tournament black set, and it's only the black that has the purple coloration. Now Aramith say that they introduced this purple coloration because they were told by Matchroom that we're having some contrast issues televising between the orange, red and yellow. If I bring in an orange ball, so that's the differences in coloration. Now I can understand if it's for television that those might be a little bit contrasty. However, I think that the purple ball, of all the ball colours here, is the one that actually kind of melts into the colour of the cloth the most. So we have a tournament blue cloth here, and I think of all these colours, the colour that's closest to the cloth is the purple. Now, however, that said, they are changing the televised events from using tournament blue cloths to using the new shark grey cloths, which gives a much higher contrast for all of the ball colours. But it's definitely going to be a preference thing, and I know a lot of people have moaned about losing the orange ball, the more traditional colours, in favour of this this kind of lightish purplish colour. So that's something to bear in mind. And if having that orange ball is absolutely essential to you,
Whoa! Mercy me! Did you hear that?
then the other two tournament sets include the orange ball. This only applies to the black set. And the other thing we need to mention is this Duramith technology that Aramith tell us is included in this set of balls, and indeed all of their tournament balls. The tournament balls are the only ones that include the Duramith technology. But is it actually any different to the standard phenolic resin technology that is in all of their other ball sets? Well, it's very hard to tell, but one thing that I definitely did notice, remembering we've only been playing around with these for about a week, is the spotted cue ball here, which is obviously the black one with the Duramith technology, tends to have a lot less cling. We were using for most of our testing a master chalk because it's kind of the industry standard. And I have here, this is an Aramith Pro Cup TV spotted cue ball, and we found that this one, the Duramith one, tended to have a lot less chalk retention than this one did. So that was one of the kind of interesting factors. We also found, and I haven't had a chance to test this in depth, maybe that's something we can look at in the future, but I found it's actually a little bit easier to get a good draw on the Duramith ball than it is on the equivalent Pro Cup TV ball. So there's definitely something a little bit different that's going on between these two resins. What exactly it is, we don't know, because it's a secret recipe from Aramith. But from a practical point of view, they do appear to actually play slightly differently, and I'm going in favour of the Duramith.
So let's go ahead and give an average Joe's rating for the Aramith Tournament Black pool ball set. As we saw earlier in the video, these balls have scored 16 out of 20 for both weight and for size. So next up is quality. Now, as you would expect from a top of the range pool ball set manufactured by Aramith and designed specifically for use in professional tournaments, the overall quality is superb. The balls have a very high gloss finish and have a great high-end look with the black accents. They also feature a nice and easy to read font, complete with the split circle design. And so, despite the hefty price tag, the quality on these is top notch, and so we'll award 16 out of 20 on quality. So now on to performance. Again, as expected, due to the nature of these balls, the performance is also outstanding. There's really nothing negative to say on performance at all, but at $400 a set, we do expect outstanding performance. So factoring in the high price tag, we'll award these a 16 out of 20 on performance. Finally, let's look at value for money.
I'd buy that for $1.
At around $400, this is Aramith's most expensive ball set. And these are most definitely not aimed at the casual player. So yes, $400 is a lot of money, but if you want the best, then there's a premium. So we'll award these a 12 out of 20 for value. So adding up all the scores, we get an official Average Joe's rating of 76 out of 100. A very strong score for these beautiful but expensive pool balls.
So there we have it. We have an excellent set of pool balls. These are top of the line. These will currently set you back around $400. You are paying a premium for the black coloured version. The standard tournament's going to set you back somewhere about $350, $360, and the tournament TV probably an extra $20, $30. So you're paying, you know, probably an extra $50, $60 over the standard tournament set, and about $30 approximately over the tournament TV set. So you are definitely paying a premium if you want to go with this coloration.
What are you doing, Joe? You're embarrassing us.
But provided you like the colours, then these absolutely are an excellent set of pool balls, and these should last you for many, many years. So if you're interested in buying this set of balls, or indeed the tournament standard or the tournament TV set, we will add links for all 3 sets on Amazon in the video description below. So if you're looking to buy one of these sets, please help us out and click the links in the video description. So thank you for watching. We hope you found this helpful. If you have, can you take 1 second out of your busy day and just hit that like button for us? And also, please be sure to subscribe. We've got loads more great content waiting for you to check out. Thanks guys, we'll see you again.